Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dig into a really shocking counter-narrative about alien contact, one that's based on claims from military insiders. And let me tell you, this theory, it challenges pretty much everything we've been led to believe. All right, so to really get this, let's start with an image that we all know, one that's been built up for decades in movies, books, and TV shows. No, really, just think about it for a second. When I say the word extraterrestrial, what's the very first image that flashes into your mind? Is it something friendly, or is it something else entirely? Yeah, for most of us, it's probably one of these, right? The classic tropes. You've got your hostile invaders, the creepy reptilian beings, or those shadowy figures who abduct people in the middle of the night. According to our source, these stereotypes weren't just made up for fun. They were crafted to fit a very specific and very fear-based narrative. Okay, but here's where things take a massive turn. The source material makes this really bold claim. All that mythology we know so well, it just doesn't line up with the first-hand accounts from military insiders. You know, the people who have supposedly had direct contact. So what are these insiders actually saying? Let's dive into one of those first-hand accounts. A story that completely flips that scary image we all have on its head. So the story goes, it's 1963. There's this Navy captain out in the Atlantic. His crew is busy retrieving nuclear test missiles. But then they get diverted to a new target, an unknown craft that had been watching their operation. So they locate this thing. It's an ejection pod, about 6 feet square, and it had separated from a much larger craft. And when they look inside, there were occupants. And this is where that disconnect just becomes so clear. I mean, listen to how the captain described them. It's incredibly specific. Not monsters, not invaders, but attractive little men. He called them handsome, with fine features and, get this, ordinary human-looking eyes. That is a world away from the creatures of our nightmares. So this just blows the whole thing wide open, right? It begs this huge question that's really at the heart of this whole thing. If the people who have actually seen them report non-hostile beings, then where in the world does this whole narrative of fear and threat come from? Well, according to the source, the answer isn't extraterrestrial, it's terrestrial. The theory goes that there's a secret human group, they call it a cabal, that has managed to reverse engineer alien technology, and now they're weaponizing it. And this is where the theory gets really specific, because it claims you can tell the difference. The human group's tech is so advanced you could easily mistake it for the real deal. But there are supposed to be giveaways. For instance, a real ET craft might pass through water without a single ripple. But the human-made version, it creates a splash. The biggest difference, though, is intent. The ETs are here to observe, while the humans are here to deceive. So the big takeaway here, the crucial point, is this. The source claims that the most terrifying encounters, the abductions, the implants, all of it, aren't being carried out by ETs. They're what are known as false flag operations. Basically, they're conducted by this human group, but are carefully designed to look like an alien attack, all to build up that narrative of fear. Okay, so if this is a deception, how in the world are they pulling it off? The goal, as the source puts it, is to manipulate public perception on a truly global scale. The ultimate objective, according to this theory, isn't just about scaring a few people here and there. Nope. It's to manufacture a crisis so massive, an apparent alien threat, that it would justify a total consolidation of global power and control. It's a classic play for domination. And apparently, there's a whole system for this. A kind of playbook, if you will. It's described as a really calculated psychological operation. They take a civilian, put them through a terrifying simulated alien experience, implant them with human-made tech, and then they guide that victim to researchers who unknowingly validate the whole thing as an extraterrestrial event. Every single case just adds another brick in the wall of public fear. Now, to back this all up, the source points to alleged internal documents, like this one, as evidence. The claim is that these kinds of psychological ops have been going on for decades, long before any of this became part of the public conversation. So all of this whole hidden conflict, it brings us to a really dramatic conclusion. The source claims that because of all of this, humanity is literally standing at a crossroads, and we're facing two radically different futures. Path number one is basically the dangerous one, the one we're allegedly on right now. It's continued secrecy. And this allows an unchecked group to play with planet-altering technologies without anyone looking over their shoulder, which the source warns could lead to all sorts of manufactured catastrophes. And the claims they get really intense. I mean, listen to this one. There are accusations that this human group has even tried to cause mass casualty events, and that actual ETs have had to step in just to protect us from ourselves. But then there's the other path. Path number 2, the hopeful one. This is the path of disclosure. And if we went down this road, it would supposedly unlock all of these advanced technologies for all of humanity. We're talking about the potential to solve poverty, end pollution, and create a world of real abundance. And the vision for this future, it's pretty incredible. A world that's totally free from the daily struggle for survival, where humanity can finally turn its attention to pursuing higher states of consciousness and enlightenment. It's almost hard to imagine. And that's really where this whole counter-narrative leaves us. It frames a world where the biggest threat isn't coming from the stars, but from the shadows right here on Earth. The choice it presents is pretty stark, isn't it? Do we believe in a hostile alien myth that might be designed to control us, or do we believe in a dangerous human conspiracy that might be doing so already? Definitely a lot to think about.